Like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun, I will never run. We will fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian. All we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing at the top of the hilltop, we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry. But we will not beat your door, you'll break. I said we're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. I said we're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. Tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years there's finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. I said we're done.
Hello everyone. Hello, welcome back to Fumble folks with our Rapid Riders. Let's meet our Rapid Riders once again. Start with Bree.
Hi. Hello, I'm Bree. I'm playing Diana, the eloquence, bard, and wizard of singing with a blade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
That's it.
Fair enough. Ben?
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm playing Zeke Boomdiggles, the half gnome, half dwarf, half monk, half warlock. All angry, all alcoholic, on the road to recovery.
Yeah.
Keeping it nice and short this time, apparently.
Fair
Just
enough.
like you. Character.
Just like you. Doran.
Hi, I'm Doran. I'm playing a local BFG, Highlight the Half Giant. He's big, strong, dumb. He's a fighter and a barbarian.
Yay.
He is. Cool. Phil.
Hey, I'm Phil, and I'm playing Dunstan Dewey Fairfoot. He is part Elf, part Halfling, all wholesome. He is the ranger of the party. He is a swarm keeper who keeps a swarm of burbs, because that is probably what I would do if I was a D&D person in real life. I don't spend my time wishing I had these abilities.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, buddy.
so
It's all right, buddy.
he's
It's
quite
okay.
he's quite chipper.
Cool. And last but not least, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm playing Taxus, the human of the group and the inquisitive rogue of the group.
Cool. And I am your Dungeon Master, Sam. And we rejoin our Rapid Riders as they have recovered from a fight with two wyverns, delivered the heads and collected the bounty from the Empire, prepared themselves with a short tour of Heather Hill and Harling's Rest before making breakneck pace towards Benalicia to enact their plan. During the festival of Resolution Day, when members of the Empire are encouraged to write their resolutions for basically if they survive winter. It's easy to do that these days, but it was meant to be, if I survive winter, this is what I'll do. You put it in a jar and then you open the jar when spring comes. As that has been raging on in Benalicia, the party released a flock of birds carrying leaflets to drop over the heads of the gathered masses. And many people reached up towards a paper to see what somebody released as a big resolution. And as they opened it up, they all saw. Bree, do you want to tell us what they read on those leaflets?
Let's find it.
It was just a picture of a
It's
dick.
in the Riders chat.
It said, "We are the ones who slayed the wyverns and took the emperor's gold. We are the ones who sunk your barge and burned your reeve. Don't discriminate. Indents and allies unite. Sky fills with hope today, but let's continue the dream and fight for resolution, equality, fair taxes, magic, and then we will play our final encore."
As the gathered throngs read that, many raised Zebby's horns, a symbol of the punk rock rebellion, into the sky. And the party got out of there because they delivered the package. They needed to book it as warning horns blared. They got back on the road, got back in their transport, which is basically a wagon with them hidden inside, as it made its way rushing back towards Benalicia. Bumpy roads, but taking that sort of main road between the two settlements. How am I feeling in this moment? A bit of adrenaline?
Pumped!
Yeah.
As soon as the adrenaline kind of comes down, Highlight is just crying, and he's got the biggest smile on his face. And he's just letting the lightning run up and down his arms, and just feeling it. He's not felt this good in a long time.
Yeah, your divine connection to the crowd just rippling up and down your arms. Yeah, Dewey.
Bouncing, basically just bouncing and talking very quickly, and just like a small child that's had too much sugar.
Yeah.
Diana, I think, is like usually like that. she's a little bit like quiet. A lot quieter than you guys, I think. Just like, yeah.
Well, that's it. That said, I like Dewey absolutely. What's it called? Pass without trace. To like for us to get out of there, because it lasts about an hour if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it takes up to about an hour. So
cool. We'll save that combined stealth and athletics check you guys did at the end of the last one. Add +10 to all of your rolls. You even more succeed now, but you did that.
Yeah, oh my god! If we can have some of last week's rolls this week, that would be a wonderful thing.
That was a hell of an end.
No, thank you.
Oh, sorry. Yes, actually. Well,
jail for that now.
It was Bree's birthday this past week, and after there were 11 plus ones we had in one session, we rather than get each other dice jails, just Bree. We just got Bree some dice jails because last week there were. But hopefully they can remain empty.
Jails, so this is the holding cell, and then this is where they go when there is no hope for them.
They've been bad. Roll the numbers we don't want.
I'm annoyed with my dice.
So these are where no numbers go, and these are where natural ones go.
Yeah, any eights.
Yes.
They might.
There were a lot of eights last week, weren't there? That
was
yeah.
A lot of eights. Painfully average.
Yeah.
So Diana's a bit quieter in the back of this wagon. And obviously, Dewey bouncing off of walls. Doran just sort of checking out his biceps that are now rippling with divine energy from the will of the people, the will to fight on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Taxes is probably being Taxes is being taxes.
Taxes being taxes.
Yeah.
In whatever corner exists in here, surveying the group that she's with.
Yeah. She's probably the only one who can actually drive the cart.
Yeah, I was going to say, Taxes is probably driving the car.
Getting the job done. That's what Taxes is, yeah.
Just gonna be
Down in
sitting
the
there.
back. Sorry.
Just gonna be sitting there, hanging my legs off the back of the wagon, just keeping an eye out for anyone following us.
Sure. Make a perception check.
I mean, out of the 2 melee, the 3 melee now. I'm probably the least conspicuous, which says something at this point.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
21. You see the walls of Benlissia getting smaller in the distance, sort of just above the tree line. This far from the city, you can't really hear anything. Down the sort of road, you see people are going past you. Nobody's quite going at your speed, so it's a little conspicuous in that case, but then you feel yourself beginning to slow down a little bit, where it's getting to the point where, okay, now we've made the hot exit, now we can at least try and blend in. Looking down the road, it doesn't look like they've gone, they're from that way, quickly go after them. Because you struck from above, the birds essentially dispersed as soon as they were done, and people weren't looking up anyway, they were looking right down at the messages. So you are, even if they knew that you were here, they wouldn't know specifically what direction, and it doesn't look like somebody's had the thought of, send somebody on our fastest horse in all directions up the roads in case that's where they're going.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that's occurred to somebody yet. It might do, but you've got quite a pace, and it might be somebody beats you up the road if they are sending just a lone guard just rushing up trying to spot somebody or something. But for now, that's not the case.
Cool. That's just going to be my focus until we get back then.
Cool. I would say on your journey there, or on your journey back, you don't see any guards overtake you, at least.
Cool.
Traveling at a fast pace on a manufactured road, a well-maintained road, we established it only takes you 2-3 days, most of a third day to get back, essentially, but not a full 3 days. Especially with a wagon and not just on foot. You guys, basically from the time you struck, you get back probably early afternoon. It now being officially winter, the sun is pretty much fully set. There's still some of the dying light of the day, but yeah, it's getting darker earlier. But yeah, you roll into town, back into Harling's Rest. I'm assuming that's where you were heading back to base. Where do you go from here?
Did we or Harling's Harriers propaganda bomb the Harling's Rest as well?
No.
No?
Just
As far as I was, we discussed this, and as far as I remember, we said, no, we're just going to hit Benlissia, because that is where...
Every town should have gone off at the same time.
Because we were sending it. That's why we sent things out to the other cities to get them to do something similar at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, maybe not the exact bird bomb variation, but
not bird bomb, but get it out as.
But get that message out across. Yeah.
A propaganda wave across the entire empire. The bird bomb was
specifically
at the same time.
This is a bit sus if Harling's Rest doesn't go off at the same time.
Is it? If it's just one...
They didn't do anything.
I'll probably say in that case, probably Harling, because she's quite good at getting away from people. She would have drummed up an audience.
Not Harling.
A ghost of
Harling. Not Harling.
She is great at getting away from people.
Vexation would have drummed up quite a lot of, I'm a busker playing in the middle of the busy market area. Got people to flock around, and then displayed the message, and then just played it as many times until they saw guards and just got out of there, ducking, diving in between legs, and eventually sort of using bardic magic to just make their way. I'm going to roll for her success. Cool.
Oh
no.
god.
Get back, everyone's dead. Just
Are we able to get the cart back to where Splitlick is? Is there a way of doing that?
So again,
All I
this
know
is
that
the
it's underground.
This is the older version of the Harley's Rest map. Essentially, it's on your left before you even reach the market square. It's that warehouse. So you don't even have to go into the thick of the town, and you can pull into that warehouse. And yeah, you can be at the Harrier's hideout.
Cool. If there isn't anything particular that anyone tries to pull me over with, having been on, I make this as day 8 of sobriety and probably get chomping at the bit quite heavily, just gonna kind of grab Hal by the wrist and be like, "We're fixing up the wagon. Come along.
Yeah, it probably got some
Splitlick's
damage.
gonna show us what to do with the wagon."
You're right, it probably got some damage.
It probably doesn't, but we're just focusing on other things, so I'm not thinking about booze.
Mm.
Yeah, Splitly gives it an appraisal. He sort of like gives you a look of like, what are you talking about? But then he's going to make an insight check.
Hal is too stupid.
I mean, you said it was
Yeah.
a fairly cheap looking wagon, so
Yeah, he sort of nods and just gestures to highlight you can understand most of him now. Or at least the sort of the basics of what he's trying to get across. So he points to areas and he says, like, sand or crack fix, that kind of thing.
I'm gonna look to fix the sheets as well, like go over the top, like to create some covers with it. Try and make it look like a proper merchant.
Yeah, proper merchant wagon.
So we can sneak places if we need to.
Yeah. I'll say that's sort of what you do, sort of as light is falling. There's a lantern nearby where you can keep working. It's getting cold out here, but it's not. I mean, it's something distracting, certainly, even if it's just for cold.
It's better than being able to stop and think, God, I wish I had some whiskey.
Yeah.
And I will. That's literally all I'm going to do unless someone comes and gets me.
Cool.
Gonna sand down this wood until the sand is probably more there than wood.
I have I've actively been ignoring Zeke as well.
Okay.
Because he's a dick.
He did. For those who might have missed that episode, you know what? We won't drink it back up again. You can go and watch that episode if you would like to. It's only 2 episodes ago. Yeah. So it is. Yeah. By the time that you're working on that most of the night before you sort of find somewhere to curl up and sleep. Aching the muscles feels good. Doing something with your hands that is occupying your thoughts.
Hey.
The thing you found is the biggest thing so far is the boredom. The fact that time seems to last a lot longer when you're not drunk. And it's just finding something else to do in that time is, that's the biggest thing so far in this first week.
Hey, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
You know the things I PM'd you about House wanted to do this downtime? Did he manage to get everything he wanted to do done?
PM'd me that you wanted to do in the downtime. Oh my god, that was that before Christmas? I do have it written down.
In the meantime, Diana's
the two secret things specifically. The two secret things.
Do you want to go to the pub, Diana?
Yes, Taxes. Do you want to go to the pub? Yes.
Yeah, go to the pub.
Let's go to the pub and then maybe have a bath. I like that.
Yeah.
Bubble
the
bath.
thing with.
I mean, it's 6 days.
You're gonna have to PM me. There's a few things on here that are secret, and I'm not sure which one should
I'd
be.
spent all my money on booze and bath. That's fine.
I'll PM it to you.
Cool. I've got one here that sort of makes sense.
I am very cold, so I'm gonna go get a jacket.
Oh, that was a different list of things. I can't remember what that list of things is. I'm gonna say yes. Both of those are now definitely functional. I have to figure out the second thing about how to stat it, but for now, let's just say magic.
Magic.
Well, Zeke, I got a surprise for you.
Cool. What's up, bud?
Do you think it's ready? I look over to Splitlick.
Signals are very much which one?
The painful one.
He looks towards Zeke and he's like, yeah.
Nice. Zeke, come with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
And Halite comes back with a full tattooing kit. You mentioned that, you wanted to get a tattoo at the lake. So, me and Splitlick have been working on a gang one of these. With the help of Garrick, of course.
Yeah. You see that it's not just like the painter's kit you had before. There's a full set of needles. There's like, it's not just like tribal tattooing kit. It's not like a full modern day tattoo pen, but it's as close as you can get with the mad shit that Splitlick finds and does.
And what you can cobble together.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Right?
Please let me think about what I want to get first.
Sure. I'm just, it's open to you now.
Sure, you can use that thing. Your hands are so big.
Oh, trust me. Hands are very delicate.
I would say I would turn to Diana, but she's not there.
Splitlick will wander over. He will pull on your the hem of your. He can't reach your shirt, it's just your trousers. And he will gesture to one of a few spaces left on his arm that hasn't got tattoos. He rifles through his belongings to put a parchment, and you see he draws the two R's overlying each other in the style of a Rapid Riders.
Oh yeah, that would be a great idea.
You see he quickly writes underneath, "Feel like I'm part of a band now."
Yeah.
Or at least a fan.
You want me to do that to you now?
Yeah. And he goes to the lantern, and he just opens it up a bit more so that there's at least good enough light here in the dark. He takes the leather strap of his tool belt off and just puts it in his mouth. And then just gives you a couple slaps on the side of the leg as he gets the arm ready.
Alright, I've never done this before.
Make a dexterity check. This would be sleight of hand would be because you're being careful with your hand motions.
Would I be proficient because I have
I will say with your painter's tools you can add proficiency from that if you would like to.
So sleight of hand roll with proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
I have advantage in this? Why?
That might be for
because
dex.
I am a frost giant and my nerves are steel. Yeah. No? My cloud giant.
No. Cloud giant's like hand.
Because I am swift like a cloud.
You're able to move your hands in a very flowy motion. It's easier to... Yeah. D&D.
14, 15.
15. It's a quite simple design of two R's on top of each other. Your hand doesn't shake, so it's a nice straight line. It's not perfect, but what you do produce is very clearly the Rapid Rider symbol on his arm. He takes his belt out of his mouth, looks at it, and he just throws up a symbol you recognize very much. Very cool, bud.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. On myself.
Make me an intelligence check.
Intelligence. How not advantage.
This might be wisdom.
That's a 4.
4.
It's not the same. It's the same roll with them. So 4 either way.
Yeah. If you do this tonight without nobody watching, without anybody watching, you'd probably do it somewhere where you have best vision, like on your leg, and it'd probably be the day after when somebody points it out. but you have done it upside down because you're looking down at it from your
How I will
Amazing.
totally do it upside down as well.
Yeah.
That.
Yes. Cool. Cannon. Right.
Where would he do it? Probably like underneath his calf, like on his calf or something. So it's backwards RR on his calf.
Upside down.
Upside down RR.
It looks like two bunnies upside down when you're looking at it head from
yeah. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Cool.
Where did you say it was?
Like on his calf.
Okay.
On his let's say left leg.
Cool.
Honestly, the way you were looking down, I thought it was going to be on like your upper thigh.
Yeah, I was
the
like,
only,
what
the
are
only
you
person who was
pointing
going to
at?
like
It's,
the only
it's-
person who was going to see is Diana every now and again. Like, really?
Why have you got
Every
two
time I've got to
rabbits?
look at it.
Can you make it like a small one or something? Okay.
It grows.
It does. It grows.
Secret.
The R's get further apart. Oh no. Okay.
Rapid rider.
Rapid.
There's some joke in ours getting further apart, but we're not gonna get into
Oh god. Okay.
Okay. That is what you guys do for the evening. We established that Taxes and Diane are both trying to get a room with a bath and soaked steel. Is that correct?
You have to because it's been 6 days. 3
That's
days
true.
there,
You
3 days
still
back,
have
got
your
1 day left.
tenancy there. Diana, if you wrap up tight, you might not get recognised as an elf, or you can obviously cast Disguise Self. It's up to you.
I'll do that when we go back. I'm gonna go to the Rough and Ready Tavern before that.
Yeah.
Cool. The
Don't
real
wanna
rough
sit
and
in
ready
that
one,
boxy place.
the Green Arrow, where all sorts are welcome. There's no segregation of any kind, and the beer and food is terrible.
Nice, that one, yeah, super rough. Love
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That's what
Cool.
I need.
Yeah. They see you enter, no eyes raised in particular. But there's a lot of... It's a bit busier than you remember it being... If you've been before, which I'm not sure Diana has... Not on an episode, certainly, but... Looks a little bit busier, as if people are not gathering so much as... There's a lot of hubbub, a lot of chatter. A lot of people sort of going between tables as well, especially amongst non-humans.
Cool. So in here I can be a bit more flamboyant, so I'll like rough up my hair and I'll put my like cool red Bardic hat on and like get my guitar out and be like, yeah, we're here to party. I guess.
Yeah. As a lot of, obviously, the get-up is unusual. A lot of people pay attention.
Good.
And yeah, I would say just mark off a silver piece for drinks for the evening. I know it's chump change at this point, but I wouldn't be a demon if I didn't nickel and dime you every time we went down.
Apparently I still only have like 15 gold, so I don't know, I've not been doing it, clearly.
Taxes has the money.
Yeah.
Taxes has all the money.
Yeah, well, if she can get me a bath, I don't give a shit, so it's fine.
You're sure you could get a bath in this one?
I don't want a bath.
You might not feel cleaner afterwards.
No, I want my bubbles. It's fine.
Yeah. Taxes, you get to the Roaring Spirit, and you're recognised at this point. Either not directly by face, but certainly by the way that you hold yourself. And the way that you are a big spender in this place. You've rented the most expensive room twice in the space of a month. So the barkeep says, yes, your room is still well furnished. No wake-up call. I have learned my lesson. Will you require any additional soaps or tinctures?
I mean, whatever you have on offer. I mean,
okay. Yeah. Bubbles and
Bubbles.
incenses and just
some
some like soft soaps, some that are like a bit rougher but clean, like exfoliating soaps kind of thing.
Full
A
package.
full arrays there. All smells wonderful.
Oh, and
Smash cuts to you guys like working on a wagon and getting tattoos, and then smash cut back.
And
Billy.
I
Yeah,
would have
yes,
I
yes,
would have
yes.
disguised myself as a human and stuff. And then can I ask for a bottle of what is taxes like?
Yeah.
Make do you know? Do you know by heart?
Do I know?
This is interesting. It's exploration of you guys' backstory. Would you go out drinking? Would you know what your drinks are?
We've done that several times. What do you drink?
The issue is you're asking someone who doesn't drink that much. So I don't actually know that many drinks.
All right,
So someone give me a drink.
All right, we'll go bottle of wine.
Yeah, wine.
Yeah.
Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wine.
I think
Yeah.
that's I think that'd be a taxes drink.
Yeah, I feel like this
Cool.
is more of a classy
Like a nice
establishment.
bottle.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna drink it from the bottle.
I assume you're getting this from the nice place before you head upstairs, rather than the shit place.
Yeah.
And I say, yes, you were staying with them before. Wonderful. Do head up and just MacLeod. And could you? I have some soaps that I found. Would you mind taking these up with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Oh, there you are.
Take these.
So you show up with a basket of soaps and a bottle of wine.
Just taxes carrying everything, looking like she's like struggling, and then I'm like, yeah, everything is normal.
Everything is normal. Do you think they wonder why their stock is going really, really low?
I
Yeah.
swear we gave them all our soaps and then they're not here anymore.
Haven't you learned
Cool.
yet?
Dewey, you have the adrenaline of an excited child. It's been 2-3 days since this happened, nearly 3 full days, but at the same time, oh boy.
Yeah. I would probably want to. Do we know with like Vexation and what their plans were? Did they disperse and to not be contacted for a bit, or did they have like somewhere that we could go to say hi? Like
Their plan was to. I mean, the headquarters is the warehouse. If that's as far as you know, that's not been compromised.
That's where Doran and no, not Doran.
Yes, yeah, they
say
are.
Doran, Halite, and
Doran
Zeke.
and Splitlick was in there, so it's not like guards have come through and killed everyone.
Yeah.
Splitlick was in there. You guys just didn't have extensive chat to everybody inside. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be up there and just try and connect with the Harriers and see what they did and what they got up to.
Yeah. You see that Vexation is not there. But at this point, you sort of know your way around a bit more of the maze that they created down here. And you see Garrick and you see Siege talking. And they're sort of discussing, sort of as you're approaching, and they sort of notice you coming, unless you make any effort to be stealthy about it, but let me know. Yeah, I don't think he sort of mentioned that. Yeah. They just sort of, okay, so South can take her cat, and we're gonna just turns around and Siege looks you up and down, just very stern looking, half giant kin, half dwarf, who just looks you up and down, just raises a eyebrow and says, "How did Belasia go?"
Nailed it. We worked. It worked. The guys were great. The Splitlick's contraptions worked really well. The guys all did really good, except for you, Frank. You were slacking, but everybody else, like they even shat on the statues. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and they did. And he just pauses because he just feels like eyes boring into the back of his head and just notices that Scar is just kind of just there.
Yeah. Not on your shoulder, just behind you, just unblinking, staring towards you.
And yeah, the new guy did really well as well. But yeah, it went it went really well. Which is good. We booked it, but like we caught sight of like Zebby's horns going up in the crowds and things like that. So that's from the crowd. Yeah, so that was pretty good. We don't know how they did sound alarms, like the guards did notice what we were dropping, but we were out of there pretty quickly. We're fairly certain we didn't get noticed because we essentially were nowhere near really the scene of it anyway. But what about you guys? How did things go here?
Garrett has run. Okay, so Fixation gathered crowd. She did that really well. She also sang the message about 20 times. Garrett showed up. She probably left it a bit late.
Who showed up? Sorry,
the guards.
All right. Okay.
She managed to get through most people's legs, but then when she sort of had to make a break in the open, it did spot her. She's not caught. She's just hiding out somewhere in the forest. She's gonna make contact. They haven't got her. We've got. Self would have told us if the guard had got her.
Okay.
So for now, our best guess is because she knows where this tunnel is under the rest, and at least that's some kind of shelter, and it's fucking cold out there. She's probably hiding up somewhere that way. But to be honest, that's probably for the best, considering that she was seen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they're in leaflets form. You can post them through people's letterboxes.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, you needed all the leaflets. So we couldn't really do that. Also, Diana's not here right now.
I know.
All right.
Okay. I guess we'll wait and see what the news from Benlicia is tomorrow. I would expect a rider in a couple of days at least to sort of hear ye bullshit, but
yeah.
Yeah, I'd be ready to move, especially since we mentioned the wyverns in the message, and I doubt there's many places in the entire empire where 2 wyverns have just been killed.
Yes.
So
yeah. Okay.
They probably know we're around here. If they're subtle about it, we might not know they're here before they're here. But I like you said, doesn't seem like anybody rushed down the King's Road, Emperor's Road to get here. So for now, keep our ears out for vexation. We'll stay low to the ground tonight. Don't, go flaunting it, and then we'll see where we go from here.
All right, that's good. Okay, that's good. I have fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that Vex is okay, and cool. Okay.
She's a tough one.
Okay, that's good. Any? If we had any, would we have likely to have got any word from any of the other settlements yet, or would that not be until?
Benlicia hasn't really got a message to all of Fenrion yet. You guys were traveling about as fast as you can down the most direct route. From Benlicia, and that is the closest settlement.
Yeah.
Probably news is going to come from sort of around Vinin a couple of days after that. The rest are going to take, in the scope of a week to 2 weeks before you hear news.
All right, we've got it started. Revolution. I'm tired now. Like
Yeah,
having that nervousness about vexation has just brought the adrenaline, and he's like, oh, I'm really tired now.
Fair enough. Get some rest. Siege will say, I'll walk you to your chambers. I'm going to walk with you.
Okay.
And once you're sort of around the corner, you, as a group, slew 2 wyverns, and now you've actually dropped leaflets on the top of Bernicia. You've coordinated. As far as we know, you've coordinated a rebellious act within the Empire. People are going to be looking for you now, but people are going to be looking up to a lot of you now.
Oh. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
He gives you like a hearty pat on the back, which with his size compared to yours is like it like shuffles you forward a little bit. Don't worry about it too much. Oh, and don't be too disappointed if the other settlements didn't release a message. It's difficult to trust a letter from a long way away.
No, I get that. I get that. It might be, it might not have as many routes for it in other places, but it's a start. It's a really good start.
It is. Night. He just wanders away. Clearly not going to sleep himself yet. But wanted to have a private, well done, but be ready kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's intense. Okay.
Does he come into the pub?
He doesn't show up in the pub.
In the tavern, before we went to go have bubble baths, it's busy in there, but what are they talking about? Has anyone got the flyers?
Some people have got flyers. There are enough left over that you couldn't drop them everywhere, but there are enough for Harding's Rest at least, because you guys were writing these up to the last minute. Getting them to other settlements was never going to happen. You barely got a message to them in time. But flyers there are enough in here.
Yeah, I thought we gave them some.
I'll check that, but if so, yeah, they probably posted a few around, but
even so, smuggling something across an entire empire probably take longer than 2 weeks to
if I remember correctly, Sam, you said they were smuggling them out by
there was a courier guy.
By the couriers, because
that was that was the letters that you were sending to them. But if you said they got leaflets as well, then I apologize. Then they got leaflets as well.
Yeah, if I remember what Bree said correctly, I think you were saying that, weren't you?
Yeah, the idea. Yeah, so I sent a letter with a illusory script, and these flyers, and then the idea was that they were going to drop them all at the same time. Whether that was this one, or depending how long it'd take the next one, I don't know.
Cool. I will retcon a little bit then and say that Vexation did drop leaflets, but then when she got caught, she started singing it and ran away.
Okay. I mean, you can post them through letterbox.
Presumably she was posting them, and somebody said, "Oi, what are you doing?" She had a thing full of leaflets, and she started singing it as she ran, and then got out. But
started doing the British are coming thing.
Yeah, rather than go, oh, these leaflets? Nah, let me just run away.
Well, leaflets? Well, what's a leaflet? I've never seen a leaflet in my life.
All I imagine
there are smaller leaves. Cool. But yeah, in this pub there is definite hubbub about. Do you think this is real? What do you reckon? Well, I know that those wyverns are definitely dead. That's real. Somebody took the Emperor's money and nobody knows where they are anymore. That's real. And there's just a hubbub of okay, is this real? Is this really happening? Kind of thing. It's not like everybody grab your pitchforks, let's go. It's this is a powder keg kind of thing situation of okay, what's the they say wait for an encore, wait for an encore. That message obviously received in Benlissi, where everybody knows that the rebel group was related to music and often came out for encores. Here it's more like wait for an encore. Does that just mean like they're coming back? They're going to do something big in a bit, and that's as much as they are sort of bubbling away of like, shut up! If we say this loud, then God are going to come in here and destroy the place. So just gentle hubbub of let's just be quietly keeping our guard up and looking around, waiting for something to happen.
Cool.
Cool. Right. In that case,
Oh no, I lost the DM.
In that case, I'm going.
Yeah. I'm out.
Perfect timing, but also, hi, Hex Daddy.
I'm a DM.
Nice to have you
Summon
on
Sam.
a live one.
No.
Summon sexy.
Wow. I mean, we're already here, so.
I know.
If anyone doesn't know, this is an interesting habit of Sam's Wi-Fi. Hello.
Oh, Wi-Fi. It's Discord, and I don't know.
Discord. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. Anyway. Yeah. We've tried all the methods of fixing it. Thank you for everybody who's sent me help, but none of it works.
Just occasionally casts Blink on himself.
Occasionally casts Blink. Cool. In that case, you wake up the next morning. It is a cold morning. There is a rime frost on the windows. It's cold in the Harling's Rest underground bunker. For the Harling's Harriers, and sort of a low layer of just smog from people's sort of breaths around the area. Not twisted smog, don't worry. And you awaken and presumably find each other.
Yeah. Did Halai and Zeke sleep in the bunker? Wow.
I assume so. That's where they spent most of the nights all working into the early hours on this. Well, not early hours, but late on the. And
then did Dewey go back to the house?
Yeah, Dewey went back to your house.
Yeah, expecting like us to be there probably, and like we're not there. So just you and Garrick, how fucking awkward.
I think Gary decided to. I'm just going to stick in the bunker for tonight while things are still blowing off.
Oh, wow. You had the house to yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, this'll be quite relaxing. And then for some reason, despite it being Zeke's bird, it's just on the windowsill, staring in at him, and he's like, oh.
You can have the double bed, Dewey.
Yeah, and only imagine it's Home Alone before he set all the traps. You know, when he set all the food.
Anytime you try and interact with it, it will just either nod the affirmative or shake very slowly in the negative, and that's all you ever get out of him.
And nevermore.
Dewey doesn't really.
Nevermore.
Yeah, Dewey doesn't really want to interact with it too much. He's still not sure if it's there to help him or take his eyes out.
Both? Why not both?
To be fair, neither does it. But you are working. There's a bit of a clamour going through town. Either you awake or you just sort of join the crowd. As you see that people are sort of shuffling towards the market area.
Okay.
Can I since I'm very tall, can I see above the crowd?
You can. Make a perception check. Anybody wishing to stand on shoulders or get up high can also try and make a perception check.
I'm bad at perception. 18. Jesus, how?
18. You see a rider in Imperial messenger colours is gathering a throng. You can now sort of hear over the clam of the people, the ding 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 of a bell summoning people
They sent the pigs.
To get out of the inn, I would have disguised self again
Yeah.
as a human man.
Cool. Is it Bob Blade?
A different human man.
No,
than
a different
what
human
Texas
man.
went to
This
bed
one
with.
Different human.
is a little bit shorter and he has blonde hair and blue eyes. Totally opposite to the other one.
Okay. Is it the same person that you entered the building as?
Yes, it would have been the same person.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely not
Important.
Bob.
Bob Blade. Yeah.
No.
Bob Blade, adventure extraordinaire.
Bob Blade
No,
is now
because we
criminal.
mentioned
Bob
the
Blade of
wyverns,
Wested.
and he would have absolutely been arrested. No.
Yeah.
More importantly, he would never cheat on his wife.
I mean,
Okay.
this one also
so-
has a hood on. I don't know.
You can't tell the difference. So,
Yes.
in a gathered throng in the market area, you hear the crowd are quelled as this individual stands up on the whatever highest bit of elevation they can, a couple of crates piled high, and very much says, "Hear ye, hear ye."
He did say the thing.
Yes.
4 days hence, the great city of Benalicia, of our proud empire, the festival of Resolution Day was interrupted by those who would seek the destruction of this grand nation. They launched propaganda and lies from the air, disguising it as fair Resolution Day tokens, so that all would be tricked into reading it. And there's a couple of people who pull out leaflets, and then everyone sees it and it's like, yes, fair. Chaos ensued as our fair citizens panicked for the heart of this nation, and vile fiends of the lesser races showed true colours and lit fires. And there's gasps from some of the people around.
That's my boys.
But panic not, fair Fenrion citizens, as our Reeve, the River Reeve Itebi herself, strode into the fray and commanded silence. There she threw a halfling renegade to the ground, declared this was the great resistance, and struck head from shoulders.
Who the fuck did they kill?
Facts.
She said this: who would distribute their letters had tried to do so again. This false prophet of defiance against the Emperor now lies dead.
Lightning starts to begin.
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
a couple of people give you a bit
Just
of
in anger. It just starts shuffling.
This is up to Zeke. I'm not there.
It's just grabbing at his waist, just stop it. Stop.
It quells a little bit, but it still flickers a tiny bit.
I will use your ball sack as a speed bag if you take one step forward.
Can I keep an eye out for, while listening to the crier, keep an eye out for anyone suspiciously paying more attention to the crowd than the town crier?
Yeah, make a perception check.
What was his name? You he son of a bitch. What was his name?
That is 18.
Can I also do it
18.
from the other side of the crowd?
Yeah, sure.
It is
Definitely meet
daytime.
you first. It is daytime.
I get
And you have a sun
advantage.
off.
With my 18, Halle is very singled in on this one guy.
Yeah. Were
Luckily
you using the
that
dice
I
jail?
got- Yeah,
Yeah.
luckily I got advantage. You know this one who's been rolling really well all weekend got a 9.
I
go
rolled
in
all the
there.
good numbers out of it.
I know. The other one though is good. It is an 18 as well.
18. The pair of you can see that there is definitely a guard presence here. They're not interspersed among the populace. There's very much a group here, a group there, sort of keep peace because suddenly everybody's rushing over here. And amongst them, you see Boris is definitely like paying attention to the crowd.
Oh, lol.
Boris being the head guard in Harling's Rest.
Son of John.
Son of John.
It's important.
It's that's important. It's important to say. Yeah.
You don't see anything like coming up a road behind you, beyond the guard presence that's already here. But the guards are tense, and they're looking far more at the crowd and sort of catching the speech. They are hoping that this guy's not about to incite a riot, in what he's saying. They are pinning it on the next few words he says, because currently it looks like there is chaos in the city at the moment, and they need to be ready for that.
Can I do insight checks to get either the vibe from the person doing the speech or the crowd itself to see how they're feeling right now?
You can. I will say in this split moment, you sort of have to pick, like, am I going for the crowd in general, or am I trying to read this herald?
Crowd.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel that the tension is. Are they going to riot?
19.
19.
Cool.
There is a huge difference between the different people in here. It's by far a majority human, and a lot of people are almost like dramatically like, oh, just very much like, oh, how could this happen in our fair empire kind of thing. There is a significant populace, especially like amongst the non-humans who are sort of sticking together, of like listening and raptured, like every single word. They are trying to listen like to any detail of like what's next. Has it started in earnest, and we're just hearing it now, but it's actually they're fighting and then listening, and we need to start now. And there's a lot in the middle ground of like people on sort of if both races, like non-human and human, who are sort of like, I don't know, what do I do? I just gonna keep listening because presumably something is gonna come now and tell me what to do. Yeah, a lot of people are very much like, oh, how horrible. A lot of people are going like, yeah. And a lot of people are like, fuck. What is this? Is this it? Is this, yeah. That is the vibe you get from the crowd. A lot of people very confused about what to do next, but a lot of people very abhorred, and a lot of people very, very pumped. And trying to hide it just in case they need to, essentially.
How far separated are we all from each other?
If you guys just joined, you can see Halite standing a good couple of feet higher than anybody else. You guys essentially would be at 3 points, top, left, and right, as you approach from where you spent the night. But yeah, you can sort of see each other if you get... Like, with perception checks you rolled, I'm going to say the groups can see each other.
So, are we within 30 feet of each other?
Within...
Messaging distance.
Crowd.
You're within 100 feet of each other.
Cool.
Let's call it 90.
Then I am going to... So I can technically speak with my bird at that point. I'm going to get Scar to land on Dewey's shoulder and quietly use its mimicry to just repeat, get to Diana and taxes. And then I'm just going to look at Halite and just go, we need to be together now.
We don't need to do
Waiting for what he says.
We need to be closer to each other in case this goes wrong. Control your anger. We need to be with your girlfriend.
Halite stays where he is.
I'm trying real hard.
You can see. I give you advantage. You can see his body kind of like growing and shrinking and growing. He's waiting for this cry to say something.
Okay, then the only thing I can do, because the only thing I'm high enough to do, is I'm literally gonna shove my hand into his boot. to be basically to try and put all of my weight on his leg in case he tries to move forward. I'm gonna literally try and keep him where he is.
We can see this though, right?
You can see Halite.
I mean, look at him.
But the crowd around you, you probably can't see Zeke underneath all of that.
Yeah, and since the lightning's more on my arms, you probably couldn't see.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like there's a big crowd and there's just a big half giant man just going.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Like, Zeke did quell it. He's not like glowing right now.
Yeah, if you're paying rapt attention to this one individual, you might go, "Huh, there's like some black and red like licks of something around them." But everybody is very much not paying attention to Halite. They are paying all attention directly towards the center of this throng, towards this herald, who...
You see his grit teeth.
Yeah, continues to say, with the body upon the ground, Itebe, our reef, our protector, swore not just to us, but to Osnan himself. He like creates a fake tear and brushes it away. She has sworn an oath of vengeance against those who would disrupt the peace of this empire, those who would strike at the weakness of the lesser races, turn them away from the path of the glory, the wisdom, and the mercy that has been granted unto them. She has sworn an oath of vengeance against those who call themselves the Rapid Riders, leaders of this so-called rebellion. Let us all rest easier, knowing that she wrote this in blood upon a parchment thick and put it in her own resolution day jar, and swore that should she not complete this by the winter, that she will forever leave her position and forever leave this world.
Can I say something to the people who are next to me?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be like, well, it's winter now, so I guess she failed.
So I say for the start of winter, by the end of winter.
Okay, good.
That's what I meant. That's what resolution day is. Damn it.
Damn it, they conned me out of my big bad.
Dramatic reveal, but the DM is tired.
I know.
I'm just picturing.
I will say instead. I'll say, well, good luck to her. Like really sarcastically.
Somebody turns to look at you. They just sort of look at you and go, yes, good luck to her. Like, fucking 2. Insight check.
That one?
2, but you know.
I'm like, God damn it.
This might be.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, this might be from the most crucial time I've ever asked this question as a DM, and hopefully the only ever time I ask this question as a DM, and it is crucial. Halite is Halite wearing trousers?
He is.
Good.
He's wearing his naturally armored trousers.
Good. You feel the recently carved Rapid Rider mark in your leg twitch a little bit. Not from like oh it's suddenly being poked, just from a like, oh yeah, I've got that carved into my fucking leg now.
Yeah, I made my own fucking oath that day.
Yeah.
To cry it done.
There is a few sort of like huzzas to the River Reeve, as I am now saying she is called. The River Reeve, Marinée Itebe, protector of her realm and sworn paladin of Osnan. Yeah, presumably some display of magic coming to her in the moment, as she swore an oath of vengeance against you, sorry, love.
Also, something else I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna pick this idiot, who is like presumably a human. I will like strategically like I don't know, go
Oh no,
forward a little
the
bit.
person who said like yes, good luck to her was very much a super fucking indoctrinated silver ring half elf. Yeah.
Someone else.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, God, you're an idiot. Shit, I've forgotten what I was gonna say. Shit, never mind.
I can point you over to the ones who are not
yeah, the
likely
ones
to
who are
say
clearly
that.
like,
Yeah, those.
okay, that's not great. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? It was good. Should we just keep going and then I'll be like, oh, I remember.
Yeah, yeah. You see, like watching these groups, the people who are like, oh no, can't, no, are very much like huzzah, like hands clapping in the air, praising the anointed paladin that is coming to come and protect them from the evil rapid riders.
There we go. I'll just say that.
I
just say something like, God, who the fuck does this guy think he is? And then like move over, just like
like referencing the herald. In the middle. Yeah. They're gonna go like they're gonna look around like, yeah, right. What a performance! But this is gonna come to. I mean, I don't know what this is, but you know.
Can you do another insight to see if anyone recognizes the name Rapid Riders?
Yeah, make an insight check.
It's another 19.
19. You sort of like take this sort of roguelike reflexes of like they say rapid riders. Fuck, I need to be looking now. You catch a couple of people like lifting their heads at that. You see a strange couple of halflings that are like climbed on top of a small like market stall to be able to see things. As rapid riders have said, you see one of them like begin to raise every horn, and the other one just go, like, no, you will get us killed immediately. What are you doing? Clearly, they were in Benalicia at some point and know the name. In the last 3 months. You imagine they're not the only ones here. Beyond that, from your position, you can see past Halite, and you can see Siege and Garrick are here as well. Not like standing right next to each other, but they sort of like snap each other a quick look. You see Garrick mouth like look towards you, and you see the hand signal in Thieves' Cant for fuck. And they continue to signal headquarters slowly, surely. And they look to see it would just be Dewey on the other side, but Dewey doesn't speak Thieves' Cant. I believe we've established Garrick has a message for so you watch Garrick sort of watch the crowd, you're like, huzzah! Just like sort of and tries to subtly cast a spell, not sorceress, but just subtly, yeah, fucking I love when the dice are on my side. I just pulls out a copper wire of some kind, and Dewey, you hear in your head, just slowly, surely, make your way to the headquarters. Don't give anybody any reason to think you're running in a certain direction. Just move with crowds where you can, and confidently, like you know where you're going when you can't. It's Garrick. You can reply to his message.
See, I look at the crow now, terrified that it can now speak inside my brain, and then I'm like, oh right, okay, yeah.
I've done
makes more
this
sense.
several times, Dewey. Go on.
It's gonna look at you and just go.
Okay.
The same message as I've like there's some Thieves' Cant that Ally has, but probably
he's not looking in that direction.
Yeah, I think you get because he can see you most clearly. You hear in your head as well. Same message, just slowly, surely, move with crowds where you can. There are probably going to be some people moving out of town after this, so just follow alongside them like you're everybody else.
Before I reply to that message, Sam, I have to ask a very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Did they mention Horace's name? Or didn't
they? They did not, but they did say a male halfling who used to pass on the leaflets.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Has Garrick? He hasn't sent that message to us. That's all we've seen is that he's
The
just signed
sign.
fuck.
Sign it towards you, like he's not pushing his luck with using magic where he doesn't have to, especially right in the middle of a mix of anger and crowd with such national pride. He's like, I need them to get the message. I don't have to do magic in your direction, so I'm not going to.
I don't understand what he's saying. So,
I mean,
Yes, you do as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Or like, I don't know what fuck means. You know, jeez.
No, he definitely.
Does he?
Yeah, fuck. Does that rescue?
No.
No.
We spoke about this. No fuck.
Not canon. Not canon.
No.
Just
Wrong
fuck
kind.
headquarters, slowly, surely.
Right here? It's a bit busy.
Can everybody make me, if they are planning to go to the headquarters, obviously we'll do anything you'll do afterwards, but I would like a stealth check, and I will let you have charisma as your base for this, if you would like, because there's going to be a mixture of sort of social stealth to this, where you're blending in with people and moving in this situation.
I am
So
staying with Hal, no matter what he's doing, even if it's not in my best interest, because he's a big dumb idiot.
With your helping him, he got a 18 on his wisdom save, so he is doing what Bragging Man said.
Cool. You're moving slowly, surely, sticking to crowds. So you can use
looking at the
add proficiency if you have it. If not, don't add proficiency, but you may use charisma or dexterity as your check in this moment. Because this isn't just about being unseen.
All right,
this is about being unnoticed in a big crowd.
Mine's still a 15. No, it's still 14.
Cool.
Disadvantage.
Cool.
14 for me as well.
Are you still
Mine's
on
a
my
10.
leg?
I sent Sarah a message.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Thank you for telling me.
That's okay.
Oh.
Is this a Discord message or a magical message?
Imagine.
Nobody can whisper about DM.
Both.
17.
17. Cool. Okay. You guys
Alright,
slowly
we're
reach...
rolling, aren't we? For
Yes.
stealth.
For stealth or social stealth.
Me and Taxes aren't going anywhere.
Oh, yeah, we're not going anywhere.
What did you get?
The Alan Taxes episode.
8.
But I got a 10.
8.
Wow.
I got a +5 on that.
That's 6.
Okay.
I think I wouldn't have gone straight away.
Okay.
I don't want to leave these people. I want to see if they are going to riot, because I feel like it's not fair. They're just like normal people to leave if they are gonna riot.
Yeah.
Diana's next to me. Diana's not going. Taxes wouldn't go either.
Might go in a little bit.
Cool. You guys hang back as the others make their way slowly there. You're watching. There's definitely a tension in the group that are like, okay, is now the time? Is not now the time? But they're, like I said, powder keg. But right now, the majority of people are just making their way back to their lives, going, oh, thank goodness. This is all going to get put to bed by winter's end. As you are sort of like looking around trying to see people, is this it? Is this it? Your eyes lock with someone who is staring directly towards you. You see... Oh, fuck, I do have an...
Do they get advantage on their stealth checks since they're human?
No.
Okay.
No.
No. it was worth asking. You see, like using the sun as your guide as a sun elf, there is a glint of silver as your eye catches Sybil, the human guard with the indent ring in their ear, who is looking directly towards where you and Taxes are together and looking around. After they lock eyes with you, there's just a sort of brief stare down before they look away and start moving away.
Ooh.
Yeah, Sybil's the one that. Yeah.
Yeah. Could we get some kind of insight on that?
Yeah.
I would say this is not something Taxes sees unless you like point it out. This is something you see.
Yeah. I would if I had time, but I was staring. Like.
I think there's not like you have to read them in the moment as they're looking at you. So this isn't something really Taxes can help you with.
Insight is 15.
15.
Yay.
There was a sort of a tremor of like they probably saw Taxes and then saw you, remembered what they'd seen, and just were just staring really intently past you, through you, making a decision, and with their decision made, they turned around. On a 15, they're not shouting, hollering, and pointing, but at the same time, they're not, they're not coming over to say, I'm in. They're just...
I will win them.
Yeah. There's very much a like, oh, I'm in. I'm so fucked here. Like, they have a choice, and both choices are bad.
If I would have got that, then can I have just...
Yeah, if you shake their head back towards them in that snap moment, then they just... And they just, turn away and walk. Join the crowds.
Yes, we got another card. Whoop!
Was Sybil human or an elf?
Human.
Human.
With an indent.
Oh,
Yeah,
human with an indent ring.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get an indent ring as a human. Depends where you are, but most of the time you need to have done some truly heinous shit.
Yeah. I want to know what you did.
Truly heinous shit.
Yeah.
Against the church or the church or the empire itself, or the church or the military is the two things that you get. Yeah.
Yeah, heinous enough to be an indent, but dangerous enough to be brought back as a guard.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, just as we're in the crowd, again, I'll just be like, those flyers though, nice.
Just gonna push your luck until it's gone on you.
Yeah.
While in the crowd. Oh
my god.
Oh, hey. Woo.
Yeah, those flyers are really nice. I like the calligraphy.
Oh, you know what? Can we just pick people who are not dumb?
Can't we all?
So, while in the crowd, speaking of the rapid riders, anyone mention any of our names? They might just know us as rapid riders, but if they're actually starting to mention names and appearances, then we need to keep an eye out.
I will say, as you're joining the group, make one last perception check as you're sort of moving through the crowd, keeping ears open, specifically for your guys' names. Trying to pick it out from just a cocktail party of people chatting about everything we just heard.
Can I help?
If you help.
And the way I'm helping is like, again, just sort of just stood up next to someone and be like, who the fuck are the rapid riders? I picked an intelligent looking one this time. my
yeah,
question.
I will say that gives you advantage as the name's Rapid Ride. Like, you are forcing people,
Much
not forcing
better.
people, but you're encouraging people to talk about Rapid Riders if they know about them.
Yeah, exactly.
22.
22.
That doubled my original.
It did, yeah.
The dice love you guys.
It takes two.
You hear a couple of people say, they were like, some people were like, Rebel Scum, did you not hear about? And then you hear the other person going, I think my cousin talked about them, that they were like this, they were like a group of singers that were singing Dissent against the Empire. And you hear somebody go like, oh, I can't remember all of them, but I fucking love Diana because she was like the lead singer, and then all of this, and then somebody else going, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Diana's so hot though, right?
Diana's so fucking hot, bro!
Yeah!
Guitar or no guitar?
So hot.
If they remember you're hot, you don't want to be pointed out that they were hot because you're right next to them.
Yeah, she said, fucking so hot, bro. And it's like, yeah, they look directly towards you, who they just said was hot.
No!
Okay. I mean, their eyes just go.
I'm just a human man. No!
That's true. That's true.
I'm a human
That's
man.
true. That's very true.
I reserve the right to duck under these people's legs and turn into Diana.
No. They were saying, oh my god, you saw a Rapid Rider. You saw a Rapid Rider.
No, yeah, I mean, they were great. No, shh.
Are they here? Because it said about wyverns. Are they here? I heard about the wyverns.
Don't know. What would you do if they were here? Whoa. Whoa. I'm a man. Whoa.
Make a deception check with advantage. Because you...
I'm a man. I wish I could be a man,
Two.
boy.
You're going in the bad jail. You go in there. Hang on.
Happy birthday.
Lock that. Yeah, this is not... Alright, the other one, though, was a... I can't do +9. 21? I can't do +9. Can I round it
21.
up yet?
Cool. They're like, oh man, what would I do if they were here? I fucking jam with them and we fucking go for it, you know? And maybe we should, I don't know, because we can't need everyone on board because is it time? I don't. And then you see their friends just sort of like slap their face and they say, with a big shiny ring that indent ring there, and says, we would turn them into the proper authorities. I'm sorry, sir, human. We do not know of what we speak of. And you see this other one just go like, Dave, yeah, we do. Yeah, you fucking there. He slaps him in the
See, even our side has dumbasses.
Everyone in this crowd is so dumb.
That was fucking rough with them. He sort of looks towards you and he says, yeah, because you're like, he's trying to read you, but he's just not able to, so he has to go for the default, which is you're probably a human who's getting these people to say heinous shit, but you soon take that ring off their ear and put them back in a camp. So he's saying what he's supposed to say. He's like,
yeah, be like, you know,
turn them into
hey,
authorities.
Just wait a bit, and then kind of go again. Just not today.
Dave looks up at you and goes, wait, so I'm allowed to talk about them? And the other one just looks at you.
Even
tries to sort of like get your drift and just sort, because you're being pretty like blatant of like, maybe just sort of like, they and Sam are trying to think of a way that they can say, yes, if you're a rebel. No, oh, I know what they say. They say
something dumb.
Maybe when words are free. Yeah. And they get their hand off, and Dave says, "Oh, you said that thing that you're just would you fucking stop it?"
I wish I had silence.
If the Empire doesn't kill you, I will.
Looking at them,
Just
they look
small
less like
element.
friends, more like brothers, and they're sort of like, I'm looking after you because I have to.
Oh. Okay.
We are going to take a break because I've been trying to get to that point for a little while.
Sorry, I'm not gonna
yeah,
push
that's okay.
push my
Cool.
buttons anymore.
Already pushed it.
I
Already pushed
definitely
it.
was
How
not
many
trying
times
to cause a riot.
somebody got a natural 1 or a 2 or a 3? I think there's 6 different occasions of 1, 2s, and 3s there for people to try and either glean what you're saying, and if they were with the Empire, go, rebel over here, guard, or to look directly at you and go, oh, that's not right. That doesn't look quite like a human, that kind of thing. And they all fucking failed because the dice love you, Bree. My dice love you. Your dice, not so much.
My dice are in jail. I
And
don't
also,
have any left.
and also, Bree, if you wanted to do a riot, you need to send a quick message to Halite.
I
And
know,
he's
I
fucking
didn't.
fine.
I wanted to see if they were like, if there was enough tension to do it.
Yeah.
I think there's enough tension. You just need that spark.
Yeah, and
Yeah. You think if you started a riot now, you'd have maybe a third of the people you needed, and the rest would panic and go fuck and just run.
Yeah. Yeah. On its own.
But right now, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna try and come back. No promises.
We'll try and come back.
We'll just come back.
Anything can happen.
We'll be back.
We'll say 15
probably.
minutes, I guess.
15?
Yeah.
Let's aim for it. Cool. Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Bye.
I guess.
The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. Like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun, I will never run. We will fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian. All we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing at the top of the hilltop, we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry. When we will not beat your door, you'll break. I said we're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. I said we're done. We will be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years there's finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. I said we're done.
Welcome back to the Rapid Riders, our long-time campaign in our homebrew world on the continent of Osasris in the heart of the evil Cologneon Empire. We have our Rapid Riders here who have just witnessed a herald from Benalicia where they recently struck with a message of propaganda for the people. And they have told the riders of the reply, which was to quell the riots that arouse, to execute a male halfling who used to pass on messages, and to, from the Reeve herself, swear an oath of vengeance specifically against the Rapid Riders, claiming that they would be dead or she would be dead by the end of winter. And that is where we rejoin the riders as they are slowly, subtly making their way back to the headquarters of the rebellion here in Harling's Rest.
Missed an important part that people know who the riders are and people know who Diana is and that she's hot.
yes, that was mentioned, and also there was Dave and Derek, the halflings who presumably would have been, are part of a crowd, but are now stationed out here in Harling's Rest.
Nice.
The names are not unknown, especially to the non-humans of this area. And your appearances are not unknown, especially to the non-humans of this area, as you slowly, carefully make your way, joining crowds, being stealthily in your motions. You reach the warehouse. Garrick and Siege are very ahead of you because they have a bit of a head start. And they just rapidly do Binoc to get people inside, and they just sort of rush people in out of daylight. And they just sort of go, okay, that's Siege talking, obviously. Felt good.
Yes!
I don't know what this is, but I fucking love it.
Yes! The thing now.
Punches the ground as
Yeah,
hard as he can.
Make a strength check, my dude. Athletics if you want to.
Building collapses.
Is this to not kill everybody or to?
This is to see how fucking hard he punches the ground.
Do you know what? He is raging.
Yeah.
That's a 22.
Oh man.
22. This has been built underneath here with some dirt paths, but a lot of sort of slates along the bottom. You crack the slate of the floor as you just slam into the ground. And everybody stops and just steps back.
Fuck! He knocks over something nearby as well. The lightning is just blowing out of him. He held it down as long as he could, but he can't do it anymore.
Hey, buddy. Come on.
Diana, do you know what? Highlight, listen to me,
Buddy.
listen to me.
Yeah. If we're all there, then yeah, I'll do that. Hal.
Yeah, what?
I don't know how far I come up on his chest, but I'm just stop.
I don't know.
Does it conduct this electricity or
No.
Okay, good.
I mean,
It tingles.
It kind of does. It goes up to his weapon. when he
That I imagine.
Okay. I'll go up as high as I can.
When we say it goes up to his weapon.
Your hair kind of stands up a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Shh.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's the second time she's killed one of my friends. I will not let this stand.
No, you won't, but she's not here right now. And you need to keep that on the inside until you see her and then... Okay?
I'm going to Benalicia.
Not right now.
And I'm going to kill her.
Later.
No.
When? I need a day.
Well, she told told everybody it was by the end of the winter, so we'll... Either way, we'll do that.
Garrick, I know you don't know me, but you know your friends, right? Okay? And all of you. You know this Reeve better than I do. Now, if you're her, and you've read the message that you guys put out, what's your very next move?
To kill her.
No.
No.
But you are her in this situation. The rest of you.
Highlight. She is trying to draw us out.
Yeah.
And it's working. For me, especially.
Yeah, no.
She wants to pull us into a trap.
Yeah, that's what we can't do. Come on, we knew there was a risk of this kind of retaliation. We knew. We talked about it. This is the risk that they've taken, but it's what they would have wanted us to do. If they were trapped, they'd want us to carry on like this, and they'd know that we would have to make that kind of decision, knowing that they might do something like this. Okay, and like Zeke just said, she's gonna make statements like this to make us this angry, to go charging out there to find her, to face her. But we need more people.
She's going to do it more.
We'll do it anyway.
She will. Now. We. This isn't just.
Then not just me. I'll go myself.
No. If you go, everybody else will die probably. Okay.
We need you, and I don't just mean we as in us in this room. I mean we as in every downtrodden non-human out in this town, and in Ben Alicia, and in Vinin, and all the other places. I want revenge. I'm not a very hateful person, but I hate her, and I hate what they've done to us. But this isn't just about revenge. This is about freeing all of us. That's what Osnemesis wanted.
Siege, we'll definitely walk up to this point and we'll extend a fist slowly towards your chest and just rest it there and says, "We just struck her. She struck back. Do I leave my fist here, or do I wind it back?"
Are you trying to threaten me?
No.
Oh God, Hal!
I'm trying to reason with you.
It's not working.
Do I leave my fist here and keep pushing forwards, or do I wind it back ready to crush her fucking face in?
Hal, think about it. How do you punch people?
Try.
You have an amazing gift, right? And that is to keep all that emotion on the inside until you need to explode and hit people really hard, okay? And that's what you need to do leading up to when you see her next, okay?
Just don't want you to go off too soon. It's never as effective when you go off too soon.
Sakes.
Gotta keep in line with the stream.
Yes, that's it.
What?
Highlight, when you hit her next,
No,
she doesn't get back up again.
The thing about revenge is it never works out for either side, and more often than not, the person committing the revenge ends up worse off than the other side.
Please make this way.
With that, Zeke will kind of slink backwards and get quite meek and hide in a corner with this kind of statements going on. Like,
yeah. I don't care.
So...
Diana doesn't care.
Please make a group persuasion check.
Siege is going to try and help you on this one.
We're going to say,
he's going to try and give...
We're all assisting.
19.
Oh, group persuasion check, okay.
Yeah. Group, if Halid's calling...
Ooh.
Well, not Halid. If Doran's calling for that to convince Halid. You know what, Siege is going to... No, Siege isn't trying to help people here. He's got his own argument.
I like to imagine that Taxis is trying to really hard to relate to everyone and then see Zeke back off. It's like, why are you back? So much emotion going on in this one.
14 from Dewey.
I got a 7.
I need to check his bonus, but not great from him. His argument just makes you think about punching her, and that just gets you rolled up again.
It really did.
God damn it!
Like,
it was a really good one.
Fist. It just mentioned fist, and I was like, he's a very single-minded creature currently.
I'm like right in front of you as well. I'm like, oh, babe.
This time it's like he's like Hallie. You've convinced him once. Convincing him
Babe.
twice is going to take a lot more. And
Not bad. It's a 13, but still.
nah,
That's
not. It's not. It's only one above 15.
Yeah.
And that was Diana's. Hallie's going to leave. You have to physically stop him if you want to stop him.
I will physically stop him.
I will physically stop him.
So would I.
Siege.
I
physically
will.
stop him.
I will climb inside his shoes if I have to.
Disapprovingly, because I'm small.
Garrick will.
It's a very low athletics check
Yeah.
for Hallie. It's 17. Beat him.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not very strong, but I will. I won't stop you.
He's
but
not trying-
I'll
he's not
call
try-
after you.
He's not trying to hurt anyone. He's just walking towards the door.
Yeah. Garrick goes to stop you, and then thinks their eyes go up to the top of their head, and they just rush to a corner and rush back. And you see that they have a big fucking barrel in their hands, and they pop it on the side, and you see them just bash a basically a tap into it, and they just do that and says, "What's the name of your friend, sir?"
Horace.
He knocks it, just grabs a very dusty looking glass. It looks like it's horrible to drink from, but it's the first thing in hand. Knocks it down. To Horace, a halfling who dared stand against the Empire, who dared to give us all a chance. Will you drink with me, Halite?
Roll persuasion check.
DM what to do.
I'm sorry. This is kind of weird, isn't it?
That is. You have efficiencies. That is a 23.
Hallie stops.
Halite.
He holds out his hand for a cup.
Yeah, he
Looks to Diana.
If you leave, you will die. Is that what you think of? Is that what you think this rebellion is worth to you? Do you think you were better off dead? For no reason? What about the people you leave behind? What about us? What about me, Halite?
It's like tears in his eyes. Are you shouting at him? They died for
Are
us.
you shouting at me?
I need to try and
Yeah,
them.
they
I
died
need
for...
to.
They didn't die for us and you. They didn't die for you. They died for the rebellion. And now you're gonna do the same? And what's that gonna achieve? Like I keep telling you, and you, and you, and you, and point at everyone in this room. There's no rebellion if you're dead.
At this point,
Does
Garrick has filled a cup and has passed it to you.
he drinks it, crushes it. It's not about the rebellion anymore. Throws it
Yes,
on the ground
it is.
and he leaves. It's not about the rebellion anymore.
God.
I'm gonna throw
Garrick
something.
Garrick will go
attempt
after
to
you,
leave
but no, Garrick isn't going to
attempt-
stop you. Garrick is going to go with you.
if you attempt to leave, then Zeke will literally just stand in the little gap of the doorway and just go, "You will have to move me." And literally will just go into monk stance of, "You, we need you." And he is also eyes flooding with tears of, "Don't get to make the stupid mistake that I keep trying to make."
Zeke was one of the only ones who didn't roll a persuasion check.
If we do this right. For Horace, for my mother, for my father, for everyone in that cavern that has died on those streets, for the sword that is buried up in that fortress, for everyone who's still in that canal bed, for the thousands and thousands who have shed their blood. You think I'm not angry? You think I don't that I don't know what it's like to just want to throw myself at people? I am jittering at the pieces because I turned to your girlfriend and asked her to stop me from drinking so I stopped making stupid mistakes. I threw myself at wyverns just so none of you would get hurt, and then you just want to walk out. If it needs be, I'll break your damn legs and keep you here. But you're not leaving. You don't get to do that to Diana. You don't get to do that to Dewey. You don't get to do that to Taxes. I don't give a shit if you hurt me. You don't get to do that to them. They love you, they care about you, and they will die for you. And the least you can do is show them the courtesy of trying to protect them. Be the man I know you are, not the one that you think you are right now.
What do you want me to do, Halite? If you leave, this is the last time I will see you. I can guarantee that. Because you will die. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Stay with us, and we can bring the entire Empire down, not just kill one of them.
Like you are the king of the crowd, and there is no crowd without you there.
Halite kind of just falls to his knees. Lightning still shimmering. They didn't even say his name. They didn't even say his fucking name.
We will. And we'll keep saying it.
His lightning just kind of stops. Head in his hands, he just lays down on the floor.
Wander over and just full,
Yeah.
basically body hug him, but I mean it's barely enough to cover his
Yeah.
forearm.
I'll be the big spoon. Like I usually am.
Yeah.
I go to the other side and do another ineffective, quarter bicep hug.
I can't take our friends dying for us anymore. I can't do it.
It's not for us,
Not
buddy.
for us.
It's so they get to be free. You know what freedom's like. Two of them, Dewey and Taxes, they've never known that. I can barely remember it. Diana can, and has fought, and has lived in just as much time free as she has oppressed.
What we did a few days ago was the first step towards meaning we'll all be able to see it someday. And the important part is that you are alive to see it as well.
Okay. But when
No
it
time for a
starts,
solo act, buddy.
when
Yeah.
it starts, I am taking her head.
When it comes to it, I will hold her head up so you can take it.
And Halite just stays on the floor, just crying.
I'm just gonna stay.
Oh, God.
You've upset Sam, Doran!
Damn it!
All the tension.
Oh, the tension!
Every
Fine.
time, man. Every time.
Emotional moment on a fucking cue.
It's like it knows. It's like it
knows.
It
knows.
knows.
It knows.
Can't take
If you're
the
watching and
tension.
you're doing this, if you're watching and you're doing this, your timing's impeccable. But still.
Very good. Oh, it's very good. Whoever edits my audio, I'm sorry, it's lots of sniffling right now.
It's fine, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
Sam, if you didn't catch that, Highlight's just laying on the floor crying.
Yeah.
And we are lying there with him.
Big cuddle puddle.
Siege would not do that, but Garrick would definitely not like lie down, but get on knees and just wrap arms around you. Siege is still like standing over this pile.
Pile of bodies, yeah.
What are emotions? Yeah. I'm going to start packing some bags. Because if we're going to make this count, and we are, then if I'm that Reeve, the first place I'm going is where they said they killed the wyverns. So I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you might have other ideas, but my best idea is to go where I know is safe, into the mountain, into my mine. It's fortified, it's out of the way, they don't know it exists. It's technically not even on Fenrion, it's in the mountains of Colonia, so...
Alright.
So there a plan.
That is a good idea.
Why don't we trap the forest?
Forest is another plan. You said you found this tomb.
Why don't we trap it? They have to make it through the forest to get to the wyverns.
Nah,
They can go down the King's Road. They don't have to go the way that you...
Okay,
But we can trap the fuck out of this place.
There's no... Yeah. I think that's a good idea. We need somewhere for these people to go, because if they entice rebellion and then stick around, then they're gonna just die.
Everybody here who doesn't know names, lay low. Here, say nothing, or come with us into the mountain.
I think when the time is right, we will send people your way, and you can train them.
I was suggesting you come with me.
Me?
All of you.
Oh.
It's not my name being announced out there.
Yeah.
I think we should probably make sure that it's our name that's being kept out there.
Yeah.
We're a pretty damn good thorn in their side.
Hey.
Did we get any news from anywhere else?
Not as of...
It's been like a day.
Not as of this moment.
Yeah. Okay, I want to hang around at least that long.
Okay.
Would Vexation know where to go next as well?
There's a sort of like a look of like, oh fuck yeah. People can get messages to her. If she comes into town, you can get the code on.
I mean, chances are with this kind of activity, if they've seen Vexation, she's gonna be public enemy number one. Even with our name out there, because they know her face.
Yeah.
They killed one messenger.
You see, they go to a sort of people are gathering around you because you've just come in. You've had this moment. You see, they pick out a looks like it's a half dragonborn, half halfling. And I say, Brick, you know this forest pretty well. If you go in there and just wait around, you're not easy to miss. So get a message to Vexation not to come back, stay hidden. She's probably going to be the first person they try and catch. Brick just looks up with like big glossy eyes. Garrick says, maybe I should go with him too. I know this forest pretty well. If we've got the tunnel, then we've got that as well. Nobody else knows where that is, and that's shelter at least. Means we can keep it safe.
Can you take our Tinkerer with you as well? I think he's safer with a little lab making many toys than out in the road with us.
I reckon we can probably carry him. And Split signals like, I'm taking my head too. We're not friends. It's like a radio. No, he didn't know what radio is. It's not friends, but I like the background noise.
So you're talking about going to the mines or going to the tomb?
So there's 3 spaces being talking about currently. One is the tomb in the forest where you guys were and got those magic items and all that happened. They only know that if you sort of either guide them there or give them a very, very good map. Mm-hmm. The other space is the tunnel that starts up in the forest to the northwest and then northeast, and then tunnels under Harley's Rest towards the fort on Heather Hill. Yeah. The entrance to that, where you fought the ghosts, that is where they suspect Vexation is sitting tight. Mm-hmm. Because it's good shelter, it's easily defendable, and that's where they're going to head, and at least either wait for Vexation there or hopefully find her there and say, hey, we should... Really good job with getting the message across, apart from getting caught and having to get out here. Yeah. Let's just hang tight. And then the other one is the mountains way out to the west. That has, it's up the mountainside. It's a mine that is being fortified. They have like blacksmiths and smelteries there. They are making weapons. Yeah. And it's, That is where Siege feels most comfortable. That is sort of that's the mine that Siege took over from where he was an indent being worked. Him and everybody took over, and that is his mine.
So Siege wants to go to the mine.
Siege wants to go to mine.
Garrick wants to go to the tomb?
Garrick wants to go to the tunnel. Because he knows those woods really well. Yeah. That's where he hunts. Currently... Nobody wants to go to the forest in between here and Benalicia, which is where that tomb is. But the forest makes a quite good natural maze for anybody trying to get through.
I think the mines are a good idea for people to go. I don't know if it's good for us to go. Such.
It might be an idea to lie low after the initial interest comes in from the Empire. From there, we can try and work out what we do next. Maybe work out like reconnaissance missions to maybe like a couple of us go near town to see how busy it's getting, to watch, to watch from a distance how busy the town's getting, what the guard presence is doing before we think about making another move.
We only have like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, until the ball.
Yes.
That we
asked yes, of course.
That we would meet people. All of the rebellions, if there are any. That's where we're gonna meet them.
And that's in
you said you were gonna meet the last we left it, you said you were gonna meet them at your forest tied up a tomb.
Yeah, but then we came up with a great idea we're gonna be right in the middle of the Empire anyway, so we can all converge there.
Right, in this sort of not quite village, not quite town of Orvinin.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yes, yeah.
Because it's right in the center, so it'll
many weeks, many plans going this year. Thank you for bearing with your dear.
So that's like 3 weeks, and it might take us that long to get there.
You would know the closest place to that would be the mines, because it's basically just a shot north of it. Or if not, Siege will be able to tell you absolutely that is the closest place.
How long would
Maybe-
it take to walk?
To walk from
gonna
the
walk.
mines,
I guess we have a cart.
it's like there's difficult terrain up it, which is why it's so defendable. But you can get carts up there slowly. But then making sort of beeline from there, crossing those bridges, 4 days of just get the horses going. We're headed south on the road in our disguised wagon. But you could even like move closer, move around a bit. But once you have a base, but again, the tunnel is at least somewhere you've been before. It's quite close to Harling's Rest in general. The Forest Tomb, you're sure nobody's been there before you in possibly hundreds, if not thousands, of years. But it's not unknown to everyone. You have told some people about it. And it's less defensible. It's literally just the tunnel into a temple entrance and then a tomb behind it. It's not an extensive mine that it would just be you and whoever you brought compared to Siege's people up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Again, up to you guys. I'm just presenting the options and you have other options as well. One thing I thought you might say was the farmhouse that you guys briefly went to. Know you have some kind of ally there. Again, not a great spot, a bit out in the open.
No.
But yeah, you have options of if you're going to choose to lie low for a bit because she's probably writing the whole contingent and everything she can over here to look for you guys.
Yeah.
Those would be the places that are not miles and miles and miles away, are defendable. Those kind of things. But please, like, I'm not trying to railroad you into one decision or another. I'm trying to present options as if you want to lie low, here's a thing. If you don't want to lie low, probably going to get a bit dicey for a few days as you try not to get caught.
Yeah.
Well, Dewey is fairly chill, but like if he asked for a preference, he'd probably say mines and plan what we do next.
I can go into the tunnel and check if she's in there. It's easier for me, and then we can go to the mines. So you don't all have to deal with spooky, scary, horrible gas again.
I think did we turn it back on?
We did, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
It's fine. It doesn't take that long to get rid of it. Would Garrick be going to the mines by himself? Not the mines, the tunnels.
Garrick would go into a tunnel with probably a couple of people from the Harriers,
Okay.
including this dragonling thing, Brick. And maybe some people watching who know who Brick is. I'm not going to spoil it for them. It's.
Oh no.
But yeah, Brick is just. He's a weird-looking dude. But he is going to go and look for them. And Garrick was like, "Yeah, I should probably come along as well."
Okay. Cool. So
Again, code names technically. So it's Siege and Braggart and Brick.
Okay, so he's not going alone. That's fine. Taxes.
I think the mine would be a good option for distance. At least then, me or Diana can go into here basically to scope out, because we are more likely to disguise ourselves and not be noticed, and keep an eye on things.
So are you saying we stay here?
Into the mines, because the mine's not that far away, isn't it?
No, it's maybe for convenience sake because it's not like a fixed point. I would say probably 3 days walk from here. Just sort of headed directly following the paths that Siege can take you down. Direct paths that are not quite carved, but good enough for carts to get back and forth with the ore that was coming from this place. Yeah, 3 days by walking. If you've got horses, maybe it's faster, but it's a bit more conspicuous.
And then on to All In. How long is that?
Down from mine to Orvin in 4 days.
Because it took us 10 days to get from Benalicia.
Benalicia is from one side of Fenrir to the other. It was a country before it was part of the Empire. You guys are at the tip, basically just above Vinin. Again, this is a bit loosey-goosey. But let's say this mine isn't perfectly west. It's sort of a southwest, which brings you closer to it. So it's less of a right angles towards each of them. This is partly on the way towards Orvinin and the Heartland and Vinin itself, the big capital city. I'm happy saying 3 days travel to the mines from Harling's Rest and 4 days from the mines to Orvinin, where you're going to have this masquerade ball.
Okay.
Roughly.
Okay, cool.
The DM is travel time because nothing is ever right. We'll fix it in post if we really have to, but that's about right.
Cool. Okay. Highlight?
I know what I want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Of the options provided.
It's a
Of the
multiple
options provided.
choice.
I do want to climb the mountain. So, how high do the mines go into the mountain?
There are some veins that go up higher, most go deeper in, but we start pretty high. Fresh air, fresh cold air. And yeah, he's giantkin too.
Feels good. I like the mountain. If we can't stay here, face them, the mountain is a good choice.
Okay. You guys, it's still like early in the day, but you make your plans to be sort of moving, as you imagine quite a few people are moving at this time, and you want to catch the point where it's not too suspicious to move it all at once.
Zeke, can I borrow that weird bag you have?
Open to it.
Take it and walk into the workshop.
Mm-hmm. Hello there! You look sad!
Oh, God.
You were waiting on that.
Yeah.
You go,
Oh, God.
As X23/7B looks up at you and just better known as Armless looks towards you.
God damn it.
A warforged head on its side.
do you want to go in this weird bag?
No.
Not really! What's in there?
I put my head in it.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
What's in it?
There is just blackness and putting your head in here, it just looks like black space. It looks like it's almost like a point of light above you, maybe. Maybe if you got deeper in.
Ally.
Ally takes his head out. Face.
Space. Space! Interesting. Can I come back?
Yes.
Well, alrighty then.
I put the bag in. And I pick up other various objects that are in the workshop that me and Spitlick was working on.
Spitlick gathers some stuff and
I put the
telling
head.
you plan. Yeah.
I tell Spitlick.
Cool. Spitlick nods and says, signals me with Rapid Riders, and he just has to point to his tattoo to do it now, which is brilliant. Me with Rapid Riders, or me with Brygard.
I think we're going to the same place.
You know the Brygard Garrick is going to go to the tunnels, and going to the ghosty tunnels that you were in
Oh,
previously.
ghosty tunnels.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're going to the mines. He's going to go and try and find Vexation and say, hey, let's not go back into town for like a hot minute until the giant force of guards that's probably coming through either are here or we know what they're doing.
Well, she would know that, wouldn't she?
She would know that you guys have stirred the hornet's nest. She would not know that the hornet had declared an oath of vengeance against you.
Oh, well, honestly, every time a friend goes on their own, they die. And I don't think I can fucking take that if you die. So I would like it if you stayed with us. But it's up to you, man. You're a free beast.
You
Like split
for the
like
first
go to the
time.
mines.
No, not for the first time, but for the first time in a while, you watch him fucking well up and just cry. And he just fucking hugs you so hard around the leg.
I fucking do cry again. I just stopped crying.
He says, looks like we're going mining.
Zebby's horns.
Zebby's horns.
I pat him on the back.
Yeah, he goes with you. He points out this. Oh, this. Oh, I can make something fun with this. Just enough. Yeah, exactly. The shopping spree. The supermarket fucking sweep. As you just put everything of value, everything that's not something you'd ever want to fall into Empire hands if they found this place. And he says, oh, wait. And he just grabs some, like, pulls it together, twists, points, and you know exactly what he means when he's pointing towards thing. And you know, like, with that bit of intuitiveness, oh, I know what he's building here. He's building a variety of, like, proximity explosives that are going to... except that you...
Except not to touch them.
Yeah, except there's a little bit... It's not like an explosive, because you're looking like there's no black powder trigger there. Instead, it looks more, if you had to guess, like the wild magic device that he had. So, when whoever comes down here... If they ever come down here, they're not going to set off bombs. They're going to set off wild magic searches.
That could somehow be worse.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It could be worse. It could be much worse. It could be much more complicated than just grind everything to a halt.
Cool. While they're doing that, can I, like, take Garrick to the side?
Yep.
Who I'm not sure you should go. Not very comfortable you going to the tunnels. That's where they're gonna be looking. You know?
They're gonna be looking around here. You might... I know what you mean. Especially going to be looking at where you killed the wyverns, and that's kind of on the way.
Yeah.
If I can find her, we can move on from there. I know a couple of hidey holes in there. Not for a big group, but for a couple of people, a small group of people, where we can lie low just in nature. I'm not a fucking ranger, but you know, I can at least... I know those woods, back of my hand.
Yeah, and I know you can get in and out without anybody seeing you, but can the rest of them?
Vex has got her own thing. We don't talk about Brick.
I don't want him to go with you, man. That's not what I want.
Okay, maybe it's better it's just me and Fixation. Let's send Brick. Honestly, I'm not leaving Brick here, so he's either going with you lot.
He can come with us.
Alright, let's send Brick
We're not
with you.
exactly the sneaky group, so...
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be me and Fixation up there. I've not got spells that can do long range, like your cleric friend or your human friend.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know if he's got it. No, okay.
What if she isn't there
If she's not there,
and
then
you get caught?
we'd leave a code. If I get caught, he looks around for Halite and hopefully sees him not there because he's in the other room.
I like to not
Yeah.
be in anyone's earshot
Yeah, exactly.
as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. He's just looking around to check that his face. We know what happens if I get caught.
Yes, exactly. And I don't want that to happen.
Good. And I don't want it to happen to you. Don't get caught.
Well, I've got these bunch of brutes, so.
And I've got. Well, technically, your friend has got my dagger. But I've got my wits.
Yeah.
The dagger back.
You could be walking straight into an ambush.
I know she didn't make a great impression. I know she was trying to command a room but wasn't ready. But she saved my life.
I know.
I owe it to her.
If after a while, just put it out there.
I'll make my way. I'll make my way to you.
Okay, if after a
come back.
while she comes out of hiding, comes back here, maybe I can leave a note. It's something I can do.
There's I reckon Self probably gonna be our man. Pass letters in. He's gonna be the only one in here who can actually do that. So yeah. She gets back here, Self will get in her case quick. Get her a letter. Okay. He just looks at you resolute of knowing what he has to do, but just looking towards you again with that same strange look in his eye. Just you look after yourself.
Still don't think you should go. No, go.
Indeed. Turns. And he walks away. Okay.
Okay.
You guys get things that you need. You're able to sort of move through the murmurations of the Harding's Rest and get things that you need from places over the township as well, like the Wyvern Heads and the anything you left at Diane's house. I will say taxes you just about have enough time to steal the rest of the soap.
Yeah, I was gonna
Gonna-
say, please go get the
I was
soap.
gonna pull Seek to the side, do a little composition.
There's a bit of isn't it amazing what's going on? It's like, you're like, yes, very amazing, as you just walk upstairs and just go full buck wild. You take the sheets as well if you would like to, but that's up to you.
Get the bath.
As
Can we put the
I
bath
can
in
confirm
the
you
bag?
can I confirm you actually are doing that before I say put that words in your mouth.
I was gonna pull Seek to the side, do a little conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Seek, can we go speak in private, away from?
Yeah, he's now that he's properly shouted it, it's pretty obvious he's starting to go through the withdrawal. He's sweating and quite pale, so he's like, yeah. Come on, yeah.
You alright?
No. No.
Appreciate the honesty.
Um. Yeah. How are you?
Okay, cool. Look, I know we don't talk all that much, but I'm here for you if you need to chat. And I know I'm quite guarded, but yeah.
I appreciate that. I if there's something to kind of sit around like a little box or something, you'll do the little kid thing of just kind of tap at it with his foot, trying like staring at it because he can't quite make eye contact. Just, I'm sorry, I'm such a bastard all the time. I don't want to be.
I get that, and I'm sorry that I don't open up to you. I probably don't help matters.
I don't think Diana likes me very much anymore.
She'll come round.
I hope so.
She will.
I'm not expecting to be forgiven. I know I went too far the other night. I don't know what I did, but not dumb, just impulsive and stupid at times.
I wouldn't say you're stupid. Impulsive. Yes. Stupid, no. And look, look, what I'm trying to say is I appreciate how honest you're being in that moment, and I want you to know that you can come to me and I'll listen. And look, in terms of honesty, my name's Nia, and I'm going to give you that information to show that I trust you and I respect your decision with this moment. Okay?
Thank you. And then I'm guessing, literally going to wait until you start leaving, then go, okay, can you tell me another secret? What's your magic power?
Maybe you'll find out one day.
Knew it!
But look, honestly though, do speak to me.
I will try. Can I ask a favor?
Sure.
Don't let me drink.
I won't. And I promise you that.
I haven't been the man I was trained to be for a very long time. I don't know whether I can be again, and I don't know how good I'll be when I can't fight with the booze numbing my pain, but I want to help however I can.
I think you're
even if it's just a loud little ginger man who just screams and shouts to let you lot do your thing.
I think you're a lot stronger than you think you are, and you'll learn.
I hope so. Thanks, Thanks, Nia.
Yeah, but just call me Taxes when we're back out of that.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you. I'll talk Gareth and then walk off.
Yeah. But whenever I find Dewey, I'm just going to walk up behind him and just hug him. Let's go.
Oh.
No.
Hey. I'm sorry if I am very sorry if Scar scares you. And then just walk away. As Scar just turns back up on your shoulder again. Just
I'm like, no, it's fine. Don't.
Scar looks towards you, and you hear in your head, I'm not.
Dewey does the walk, when you go to the toilet after seeing a horror film and you go back upstairs, and there's no reason for you to go a little bit faster. You just somehow found yourself going a little bit faster.
Oh, Zeke, here, take your bag back. There's a lot of explosives in there.
Oh,
Like
God.
there's a grin that comes on his face, just like
Not the fun kind, the ones that he had before. It's not fire.
Oh.
It's something much worse.
oh.
Flumps.
Flumps.
And plant pots.
Taxes take the fun stuff away. Taxes take the fun stuff away.
Holding my hand out.
I can't be trusted.
I am gonna give you the bag of holding.
Yeah. The camera cuts to Armless just floating through space as explosives just drift past. Like,
No!
Come here, my beauties. We have work to do. And camera's back.
Can I also go to Garrick? So,
Has he gone?
if he's not gone.
Make a perception check.
Actually, Halleck's going to also be looking for Garrick.
Oh, wow. Okay. That mysterious exit is no longer an exit.
9.
9.
3.
He's
Gone.
gone.
Okay.
No.
You know when we're like packing stuff up and things, is he packing things up and to leave, or is he just?
He just left.
Just that.
Is he at the at the house, like packing things, or would he have just
Nobody sees him.
gone? Okay.
If I can
Then-
find a quiet moment with Diana, then I not quiet as in I'm trying to pull her aside, just when we're not all running around like headless chickens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do that thing where I really have to go and speak to that guy over there. And then when you come over, I'm like, I really have to go speak to that person over there. And they're like, oh, hey, what's this in the corner over here? There's something on the floor. And I'm like, just like, yeah, I guess eventually.
If she's doing that, then I'm just gonna write a note and just put it on top of her bag, just saying,
No, it's okay. I'll be like, what?
I'm not expecting you to forgive me. I just want to say I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. There was I've never been triggered before, but I guess that was it. Yeah,
think
that
that's
was.
You definitely got triggered in the meeting.
Oh yeah, no, that was just that was angry. Like, yeah, it was like different. I haven't spoken to Zeke in like a week. Yeah, yeah, no, it wasn't cool. And I guess you don't know what I had to go through. So I know you didn't know.
It's not an excuse. I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
Again,
I know.
I'm not looking or expecting you to forgive me anytime soon. I just want you to know that I am sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I am worried that you'll do it again or something else.
I will probably do something again, but know that I'm trying to be better. That's all I can promise.
Okay. I know. And I was helping you until that time.
I know.
Yeah. I will still help you.
Thank you. I don't deserve it, but thank you.
I'm sure you do.
I'm not used to having people around me that care about me. The last lot who did aren't here.
Yeah.
It's scary.
And
I-
these.
I think I tried to do things to make people leave.
Yeah, I get that. I think we are genuine. These people are genuine. Genuinely want to stay with you, and they want you to stay with them.
And that is terrifying.
Yeah. But you know what you could do is
Not be a dick.
not be a dick, but also be your best self so you can protect them when you need to. Okay.
He's just gonna kind of. His mohawk has been pretty flopped down for quite a while now, and like there's a good bit of stubble starting to build on the side of his head. And he's just like, I don't remember who that man is, but I'm gonna try and find him again.
Yeah, you'll remember.
Thanks, Diana. And then just gonna toddle off and just go have a cry in the corner by himself.
Ah, no.
As you're going to that corner,
Oh no!
Highlight passed you on the shoulder. Are you actually crying?
Yes.
Oh, you okay, man?
No.
We'll
But it's the
talk about
first
it.
time that I can tell that to someone. So, yes, maybe. I'll get there. Progress.
Like hugs you,
What?
picks you up,
Ow.
hugs you, like puts you on his shoulder, rests his head against you.
Just gonna give him a hug as well.
Thank you for your help. I'm really proud of you.
And with that, it's just warm.
Yeah. About this point, the water level's getting about this high.
It's getting dangerous in here. Stop crying.
Taxes,
know.
what's your passive perception?
Not that great. Let's have a look. 15.
Cool. Continue.
If I can't see Garrick, then Taxis is gonna look a bit upset. Like first time, and I'm gonna leave a note saying just to be safe. Basically.
Okay. Do you have like pen or like paper in your?
Yeah.
Okay. You reach into your like vault to pick it, and there's a bit of paper that you don't remember having there.
Bastard. Fucking one up me. Okay, I'll read
You
it.
you read it. It says 2-1.
But fucking damn it. I'm storming off and going to my room and packing up.
Go get the soap.
You
Get
hear
in
a
the
cocky laugh, but by the time you turn around, it is gone.
I'm stealing the soap. Gonna have enough of this.
Once I eventually get down, I'm gonna, for the first time, because I haven't had an opportunity to do it yet, I would like to cast Unseen Servant with one of the people from my neck ring.
Okay.
Someone who is of a relatively the same height as me to help carry and pack things into the... So
Same
basically all
height.
it looks like to you guys is that I'm very strong with my set of fingers, just shuffling.
Yeah. Same height as you. Let me check for 14 quickly. There's a couple that would apply.
The
definitely.
child.
Child is most likely one of them. Firbolg child. 14.
Well, as you're about to run off and carry stuff, Hallie just kind of flops your floppy mohawk. And yeah, if you need me, man, I'm always around.
Buddy, trust me, whenever you're around, everybody knows you're around. And
He
just
winks
do,
at-
like,
He winks at you and walks away. He walks towards Diana.
Just.
Hmm.
Oh, if I didn't know him better.
But you were saying, Sam?
You summon spirit. You're trying to think like of a height with you, and you see this halfling woman that you've sort of seen vaguely out the side of your eye, but not really interacted much with. She bends down and lifts with you. As you sort of like putting the crates on, or putting whatever like packs or crates kind of thing, you just see that she has some kind of holy symbol around her neck. You can make a religion check if you'd like to try and recognize it. But
He wouldn't remember.
Yeah, fair enough. She just right. Let's keep going. And she just
and again, gonna do it out loud so everyone still thinks I'm a schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
But before you do, I think it's probably about time that I actually asked, "What's your name?"
My name's Kaniki.
Nice to meet you, Kaniki. And then just gonna carry on loading things.
She very stoically just, this is a job we've got to do. We've got to get it done. And she helps you lift packs and things onto a wagon. Probably the sort of outfitted wagon that helps hide things.
It's not unusual for a merchant vehicle to be moving merchant goods.
No, it is not. Especially from an area, but especially when I was like, let's head towards Vinin, because that's probably a safer place to be. And you'll go off a road further up when you need to.
Halleck walks toward Diana.
Okay.
Scratches his head. Hey, babe.
Hey.
Real sorry that my temper got the better of me. Yeah. Sorry.
He never answered the question. What would I do if you went?
Probably follow me.
You think?
Maybe. I don't know.
And you're okay if that was the last time that we saw each other, just walking out.
No. I'm really not. I don't know. I feel confident in myself that I could come back alive. If you wanted to see me or not, it's a different question.
Of course I would want to see you, but I don't think... I think that's noble of you, but I don't think that would happen.
No.
I don't think you'd come back.
It's not noble. It's very selfish of me.
Yeah.
And I realize that now. Now that I'm cooled down a bit. I don't know. She just needs to pay. I wasn't thinking straight. I never think straight.
Yeah, but you...
And he's actively avoiding eye contact. He can't look you in the eye right now.
Yeah.
It's like a told off dog. Like they know they've done wrong and they just can't look at you.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, sounds like my roof is gonna fall down. No, I wouldn't be okay. That was the last time you could see you. Probably wouldn't be the last time I'd see you anyway. Because if I did die, I'd definitely see you then.
Yeah, maybe.
That's all I'd be thinking about. But,
Oh, hell.
yeah.
Oh.
No, I didn't mean anything by it. It's just my emotions got the better of me. Usually I got a good tap on it.
Yeah. Usually
They
I
were just-
can bring you back from that, but not this time.
You definitely helped. But just... She's taking too many of my friends. And I don't know... If she takes any more, I don't know what will happen to me. I don't think I'll be Highlight anymore. If she
You have
does.
to be.
That's why I really wanted to stop her. Because I wouldn't recognize myself. If I can't protect my friends, then I'm not me.
I know, but we will. People look up to you.
I mean, they've always have.
Literally. Yeah. They look up to you and they look up to us to free them from this. And what do I always say?
If you're dead, you can't win a rebellion.
No.
Oh,
There's no rebellion if you're dead.
that's the one.
That's the one. You know what? I'm gonna tattoo that on my ass.
I can do that now.
Yeah, I know. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
No rebellion if you're dead. That'll be on my butt. Yeah.
Really? Insight check? Really?
Inside check for sarcasm versus.
I don't know what I'm rolling because I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think any roll is necessary because you don't know and you don't know.
You would have to like write it out for me so I get the spelling right.
Yeah, I
You could do it.
just
just
realized that I don't think Highlight can spell, and then I'm like, maybe I won't get a paragraph on my butt. Oh man, I can't see it anyway.
You don't know about Rapid Rider tattoo yet.
No one does.
No one does.
Unless they do it, then they're assholes. Which, we won't put past them.
Is it on your butt?
No, it's on my calf.
Ah,
my left
okay.
calf.
Do you have one on your butt?
I can't reach there.
Huh.
I think my mom got quite close with the last time she tattooed me. But I was young, right? So I can't really, and I haven't looked back there. You would know better than I.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Let me check his character model. Give me one moment.
Do you have a tattooed butt?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Ladies, gents, and non-binary friends, while our esteemed associate Dorian checks his...
checks his butt.
checks out the robot on their Hero Forge model.
Checks his Hero Forge.
Whilst they're doing that,
tattoo.
Whilst they're doing that, bearing the time, can I get a list of? Do people have particular people they want to talk to? Any scenes that we'd like to make sure we get done tonight before you guys are on the road? To make sure we have it. Otherwise, this will probably be
I only have one last scene that I want to do.
Yeah.
Cool, that's one.
Something
While
I
on the
want
road,
to do,
that's
but
fine.
it's not. I'll message you later.
Okay.
Highlight does have tattoos on his butt.
Nice.
They're like there, a red and black scratch mark across his ass.
Oh no.
Tattoos or
No,
just
that's tattoos. One is black, one's red.
Since his mother did it, let's just say that.
And his father.
no.
And his father.
And his father.
That's worse. That's
yeah.
straight up worse. Let's move on from that topic.
Okay.
Let's move on from that topic. As Siege takes the lead, is mounted on a horse, as you guys are in the wagon behind, sort of making the most of people, like the sort of a rush of like, some shit's gonna go down, we're going away, as people are migrating slowly away from Harley's Rest because they feel the shitstorm coming. Anything before you guys sort of get to the edge of town, we reach you guys next time sort of on the road.
The only thing that I just want to turn to Highlight and just go, just unwrap the left forearm, which is fairly well scarred and bruised at this point, and just kind of hold the wrist out and go, I know what I want tattooed now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I think it's appropriate that I get a H right there.
His little face.
Way, and I'm just gonna look at him and just that way we don't forget.
Never forget.
For the rebellion.
For the rebellion.
That's where I just want to end it, yeah.
Yeah. Siege looks towards you too, nods, whips his horse, and leads on. Before broaches of a public space and before the warehouse, he throws up Zebi's horns. Not even knowing who Zebi was, but knowing what it means. Okay. And that's where we'll pick up next time, if that's okay with everyone. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. An emotional roller coaster.
Feelings!
Feelings! Yeah.
Yeah. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
Expect that. To be fair.
No.
Whole session was playing out, and I was just like, Dewey's just a happy little cloud, just do.
Yeah.
I imagine him like walking in, like moving stuff around the warehouse as everyone's kind of crisscrossing and having these really intense conversations. In the meantime, there's like sparrows carrying like cutlery, small things around. To pack
Oh,
up
birds! Will you help me carry the weapons so that we can wage war?
I would also like to note that I tried to put a picture of Halle's butt in the Discord, but the bot blocked it because it was too explicit. I'm not kidding. It literally sent me a
What
message
did you
saying,
learn? What did you?
Can you screenshot that message, please?
I can.
Oh,
And just
that's
put it in
great.
because that's great.
Amazing.
But yes, thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. Sorry if we've made you do some feels, because we certainly made ourselves do some feels.
I wasn't expecting any of that, that's for sure.
No. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us all. I believe tomorrow we're back with our regularly scheduled programming of Sarah's Pain, aka Pokemon Red Nuzlocke.
Almost cried today. Probably gonna cry tomorrow.
Hopefully we manage to keep Spicy Chicky and everything else.
Spicy Chicky.
If you want to come and check us out and join us beforehand, as someone has just put into the Discord, into the chat. Sup, Scar? Hi,
Hello.
buddy. We'd love to have you in the Discord. We're also on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and and Reddit and TikTok and YouTube and all of the socials under the same handle. You can catch up on everything that we've done up to this point and gather why we're all so emosh at this point.
So tired.
It's a toughie.
But yes, well, where are we?
I'm just looking now.
Excuse
Talk about your
me,
hat.
but you two.
Yes, I will talk about my hat.
He was wearing a really cool hat. Did you see it? If you didn't see it, you should see it now. Look at that.
Wonderful hat from Redbubble, designed by our dearest Bree, who is just above me.
You might have heard her song in the intro, but she also designed stuff, and
the entire overlay that we have at the moment
just makes you fucking sick, doesn't it? Like...
the Discord, the Twitter, the Patreon, the YouTube.
Sometimes the cat in the background. Sometimes a dog. Like. It's just so many things.
But yes, we have this via Redbubble, as was linked. There are very many variations of the design. I currently am repping the Paladin colours, as it is my preferred class. But we have, I believe we have non-binary colours. We have LGBTQ. It's just the regular rainbow one, and the trans flag,
and
I believe.
Trans, non-binary, ace.
And
another
I
one I
want to
forgot.
say the bisexual flag. Or
No,
we
not
wait for
bisexual,
that-
not yet.
that-
Not yet.
Okay.
No, ask for it. We'll
Yeah.
Yes.
slap
It's
it
on
on
the
in
list.
there
Yes.
because colours.
Because colors, but we also have cleric, paladin, monk,
Yeah.
Yes.
wizard,
All the colours.
and I
Yeah.
think druid, because I'm pretty sure I saw a green and orange on there somewhere.
I
But
think we
there's
have
so many
every-
colors.
I think we have all
card.
of them except for
There we go.
Bloodhunter.
Scar would like a pink, purple, and blue. So
That
we
would
have
be
the
the next one.
one request for the bisexual flag. Or we have 2 requests at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
I do.
It'll be the next.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one on there which is very, very close, which is if I open up the link, just click the link in chat. Going
It's
down
easy to you.
there.
You should all do it.
Oh, it's
Uh,
Pride. That's the
the-
other one.
Yes, the pride flag. Yes.
Yeah, Pride, Trans, Ace, and non-binary.
Yes.
The 4 we have.
We've
but
got
yes,
we've got our logo on. I didn't even bloody see that.
And our
Yeah.
logos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
But
not
yes,
seen them?
the-
Wow.
How did I? When did they
That's the
go
one
up? Are they at the same
They,
time?
they were the first
Same
ones
day.
that went up.
Yeah, no.
What?
No, not quite, but the same day. Yeah.
Yeah, same day. That's the ones I
Oh,
watched.
wow.
I did not see those. That's cool.
But
Yeah.
yes, again, we'd love you all to check out all of our places. Any support you can do us is greatly appreciated. We love you all very, very dearly. And I think we are raiding a Nikki Orion.
Yep. And they are playing some D&D on I think might be Foundry, so it's cool for you guys to see it.
Ooh,
and stuff.
nice.
Design. Cool.
They're looking at the map, and it's a cool map. So I'll send you all.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thank
It's
you
lovely
very
to
much.
have you with
much.
us
Thank you so much.
for all of our emotions.
Yeah, I'm sorry if we made anyone cry, because I don't know.
I'm not. That means we're winning. I think.
And if we did make you cry, put it in the Discord just so we know that we're doing good
Actually-
acting.
Yeah.
Well,
And as a DM, I really hope, I'm glad I made you cry. I'm hoping that I've got those emotions out, but at the same time, you should be feeling they're an evil empire. But yeah,
Be
if they don't make you
sad.
cry, what good are they?
okay.
Be sad for me.
Yeah.
Be
Right,
sad and then
we're
kill the
gonna
thing
go-
that made you sad.
We're gonna go though. 'cause
We're gonna go.
raid.
We're gonna go.
Cool. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow. The Pokemon, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.